50 or 60% of you's going, don't you bloody go there, pal. Because we don't fit there or belong there or feel comfortable there. Does that make sense? But there's lots of these other things. So you've got 60,000 programs. In fact, I think we've got it here somewhere. You've got about 60,000 programs. You pick up about 45,000 of those programs before you're 7 years old. So what we're here to say is the fact that you might struggle is probably not your fault. You've probably been programmed to get the sort of results that you're getting, and that you'll need to reprogram to be able to get the results that you want. Does that make sense? Now, the good news is it's not your fault. The bad news is you'll have to do something about it. So 60,000 programs, there's just heaps of them. If we have a look at a few more, have any of you noticed when you get dressed and you put a coat on that you always put the same arm in first? Like for me, it's my left, just, and on it goes. If you get the left arm on, I can flick the rest of it on. How many of you can do that? It's like a Michael Jackson manoeuvre. It's just... And you can get the car door slam closed, noticing that the keys are still in the ignition, all of that sort of stuff. You ever gone in a clothes shop and they help you try a coat on and they start on your wrong side? Another move that doesn't make you feel intelligent. Does anyone in the room notice when you get undressed, you catch your knickers on the bottom one foot and just flick them in the dirty clothes basket? Any of you do that? You want to have some fun tonight, just try with the other foot. You go flat in your face. You want to see one of these programs happening, and you can keep your knickers on. You want to see one happen? Yes. Rightio. Put your hands in your lap. Unless you know the person you came with really, really well, put your hands in your lap. Fold your arms. Have a look at which arm's on top, which arm's underneath. Put them back where you started. Now fold them the opposite way. Whoops, better let them go, hey. Now how many of you noticed the first time they just slid in there, boom, and they're in there? Yep. Second time, how many, hands up if you had to talk to them? I had a guy in the audience one time, he goes, Ugh. He goes, there you go, see, it's easy, Blackburn. Oh, shit. My watch is still on top. This is amazing, the things that amuse us. Have we got any smokers in the room? Got any smokers in the room who are willing to say so? Quick, how many? No, that's not a number. How many? Pardon? 20 a day. You're not even trying, mate. Someone else? Can you do better than 20 a day? Pardon? 40 or 50 a day. See, go over and see that guy. He's a successful smoker. What's your name, mate? John. Do you have to count them? Like, do you have to make sure you stay up to speed during the day, mate? Or do you just get there? So you just get there? Yep. You know, one of the things we're never going to find John doing? Counting the smokes in his cigarette packet, going, like halfway through the day going, I'm behind schedule. Never hear him doing that because they're going to get there automatically. Does that make sense? We've got any nail biters in the room? Anybody here bite their fingernails? What's your name, mate? Murray? Okay, give us a look, Murray. Yep, that's just sport, mate. We've got anybody who's serious? What's your name, mate? Brendan? Okay, can I have a look, mate? You know what I can see from here? We're going to have to run with Murray. Murray, is it true? Do you know that guy beside you? You do? Well, is he a friend of yours? Met yesterday? Cool. Mate, you have met one of the most exciting women on the planet. There are times in her life, well, just a quick test. Murray, is it true that every now and then your hands run up your chest and jump in your mouth while you're not watching? You can't see Murray, but she's hanging her head, she's going like that. Yes, it's true. Rightio. And what's your name, mate? Tim? Make sure you get to know her better. Because there's times in her life when she has no idea where her hands are. And we all need to know someone who's like that. Okay, so, does that make sense? 60,000 programs, 60,000 things you can do without ever having to think about it. So Mary and I, where's Mary? You there, Dale? Just wave, Dale. It's my wife, Mary. It seems to be a popular thing to say how long you've been married. We've been married 32 years. So there you go. Now I've forgotten why I mentioned her. Just went into a love bubble and got lost. Well, I was actually thinking about where her hands are. I don't know why I mentioned her. So what were we talking about?